What's up guys, this is Gynkling and today I am going to bring you a quite quick video, or I don't know how quick it will be, but still a video of some tips and tricks for a non-lethal playthrough of Dishonored. And I'm not gonna do a full walkthrough because then I can ruin the fun, and it's no fun playing a game if you can just watch what someone else is doing and then do the exact same things. So I'm just gonna give you some tips and tricks for non-lethal. So this is my powers. Just ignore these things because this isn't really what you're gonna do, because this was my first playthrough and I was just experimenting a little bit, but it was non-lethal and so on. But ignore that. Now, first of all, what's the difference between lethal and non-lethal? So there's a few differences. The thing you'll actually notice most of the game until some of the later missions is that it will be a lot more rats on a lethal playthrough than on a non-lethal, and it also says that it will be less weepers on a non-lethal. I haven't really noticed that big of a difference. I played through the games twice, one lethal and one non-lethal. I haven't noticed a very big difference. But some places, yes, there have been more weepers. On the other hand, the difference of that isn't that big. Now, there's also the absolutely final ending cutscene got a huge difference. The two last missions got an insanely big difference of story and reactions from characters and so on. So that's a big difference. I suggest that you should play through the game at least twice to experience both endings. But anyway, that doesn't really matter, or it does, but not right now. So I'm gonna talk a bit about what powers and so on, and what bone charms that's good, and maybe a bit of what upgrades and so on. So I mean, you probably can figure this out, but I'm gonna, tell you a bit more exact and so on. So let's go. So we've got powers. Dark vision. See in the dark, and living beings through walls includes their fields of vision, representative of the sound that you make are also visible. See through useful objects and security system through walls and as well. This is the level 2. Now, one thing you gotta know that this perk or this power is entirely OP for a non-lethal build or a lethal build. First time I grabbed it on my non-lethal, and it is, I mean, it makes the game way too easy. I suggest that you don't grab it because it's too overpowered for a non-lethal build. But non-lethal can be hard, and I know that, so you might want to grab it because no, I'm not gonna show you it because I might spoil the game. That sucks. But anyway, I actually advise against this one because it's entirely OP, and a lot of times you realize that you're using it and you kind of ruin the fun of the game. But if you have extremely hard and get caught a lot of times when you're trying to play non-lethal, grab it. But it's too OP for my taste. I realized that I shouldn't have grabbed it, but it's actually yeah, as you know, it's very OP. Now, blink, level 2 blink is almost essential for a non-lethal playthrough, because you will be moving around, you will be sneaking. It's not like you will be choking out everybody, but you will be sneaking around and just be a badass, and blink is gonna give you some great mobility. Now, possession, I suggest grabbing possession level 2 because that is going to make some situations a lot easier. Now, the only problem with possession, especially possession level 2, is that when you end possession, you will jump out behind your target, and you gotta choke them out to make it non-lethal. But yeah, I mean, it's very good. It can be very useful. It's a guard patrol. You possess one of them, you walk away with him into LA or something, and then you choke him out there and hide his body, and then you can just sneak past them. It's extremely good. Now, bend time. Just hang on a second. Now, first of all, bend time 2 that stops time completely is extremely expensive, just so you know. But I actually think that bend time is a very fun thing. The problem is that it's I mean, you don't have really many options of taking out enemies while playing non-lethal, so it's not gonna be that useful. I grabbed it because I thought it was cool, and it has helped me sometimes. And if you would be stopping time, you could just stop time and then shoot everybody with your crossbow, sleep darts, and it would be awesome. But yeah, I'd recommend bend time. Now, devouring swarm, you summon rats, and at level 2 you summon a lot of rats. There's actually a glitch with this thing, that if you have level 2, you can summon them, and if you have a bone charm from the GameStop pre-order, you can actually glitch the game, so you will get more mana than it costs. What that bone charm does is that it will allow you to retrieve or consume white rats to gain mana, or yeah, you know, gain mana, and that will actually glitch or something, or I don't know if it's a glitch or exploit, but you can regain more mana than you spend, and that's a bit of a bad thing. Now, Wind Blast, pretty much what you do is you shoot them out, or you kind of throw them away with this thing, and that can actually be useful. If you're playing non-lethal, do not grab level 2, because that might kill people, of course. Because level 2 is so powerful that you can throw them into doors and walls and so things that they die. Now, if you combine bend time with Wind Blast, you can do some pretty nice things. On the other hand, the mana consumption is very high, so I'm not sure if you can actually use them too without using a potion. But anyway, Wind Blast can be really useful as with the combination of bend time. Now we're going to go to the enhancements. Now, Vitality, I have no idea why I took this. Probably because I thought the health regeneration would be better than it is, but it's not that good, and health's increased. I mean, you're not gonna use this because you won't be noticed if you're playing non-lethal, so it's not gonna be that good. Now, Bloodthirst builds up adrenaline that then trigger brutal melee fatals. This is I don't know what this does, but it gives you adrenaline, and you kind of can use it in melee combat. So it's not for non-lethal. Now, agility. Combine the agility with blink, and that's pretty much what you need. It is an entirely epic combination. You can now double jump, so to speak, in level 1, and in level 2 you can run faster, you can sprint faster, and I like that as well. It's great, it's gonna give you some great mobility, and it's just gonna be badass. Now, Shadow Kill. Mana consumption now. Well, unaware targets who doesn't see you turn into ash as they die, and level 2, all enemy turn into ash as they die. So first of all, you won't be killing people if you're playing a non-lethal playthrough, so this isn't what you want. But note this, that if you are playing a lethal playthrough, this perk is kind of the same thing as Dark Vision. It is entirely OP and ruins a lot of the fun in the game because of its incredible power. And my opinion, Dark Vision and Shadow Kill are the two most overpowered things in this game, because they kind of, yeah, you don't have to hide bodies with this. But anyway, now Bone Charms, there's a few things that you actually want, and it's called let's see here if I can find it. Strong Arms. That is one of the most important things for a non-lethal build, because you can choke people a lot faster. I think it's increased by like 50% or something, so it's a lot faster. Now, you know, you can do pretty much whatever you want. I like something Swift Shadows. You move forwardly slightly faster while in stealth mode. That is good. You're gonna sneak a lot when you're non-lethal, so yeah, the Bone Charms aren't important, it's just Strong Arms that's extremely important. Now, inventory, the only really upgrades you want is Mask Optics and Bone Charm. Those are things that are really gonna benefit you a lot. Now, except that, there's two things that you can do. It's combat sleep darts. So when you get busted and they detect you, you want a way to deal with guards and so on without killing them. This is combat sleep darts. That's what you use combat sleep darts for. Basically, what it does is you shoot them and then they fall down asleep instantly. If you combine this with crossbow reload, you can just spray combat sleep darts, and there's not really so many other things. Now, there's one thing you gotta know about non-lethal. You have two options when it comes down to killing people, and that is choking them or shooting them with the crossbow with sleep darts. So that's not so great. You can also sneak past them, which is what you're mainly gonna do. You're mainly gonna sneak past people and choke some out. Now, also notice that you can't rewire things because that will usually make them kill their own people, and that will make you get kills which you don't want. So this was all I had for this video. If you guys want me to do something else with Dishonored, I would gladly do it. I just don't have any more ideas. I thought I threw this out because it might be a little bit tricky when you're gonna play to get the skills right and so on. Now, as I said, if you have any ideas of what I should, if you want me to make any sort of videos of Dishonored, tell me. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you some other time. Goodbye.